Welcome to Chop Shop Motors. Today we are going to look at a couple I would call core small block Ford distributors out of the pile, and we're going to look at seeing if we can combine enough parts to get a good usable early 289 302 type point distributor out of the mixture of parts. The problem is it's harder and harder to find these distributors, and I have a motor that I need to run on the engine stand, so I need to find a distributor to plug into it, and everything that I have is either in use or in parts. So I'll let you look over my shoulder as I combine some parts and clean up a distributor and turn it into a usable tool and device for the next motor we start. What we have here are a couple distributors. One is a C2, so that means it's a 62. I got this when I bought a Core 260, and it is in rough shape. It has had the vacuum advance stolen off of it, and it's just crusty all the way around, but the bushing feels good, and so we're going to use it as the candidate to build. We also have a later electronic ignition 302 distributor. So this is, doesn't say what year it is, it's probably on this tag here. Probably 76 or so, and it's probably usable. I just don't use the Duraspark or whatever the ignition system is for this. I don't typically build a car around that. So I'm going to use the vacuum advance. I'll rub the rotor, and that's probably about it on this other distributor. The vacuum advances are kind of hard to find that work, so luckily we have a good one here, and then we'll toss this back in the core pile to use if we end up trying to fix something that's a little later. It's gooey and kind of stiff, but it would clean up fine. So let's pull some parts off. So everything about these old distributors is old and dirty, so they all take a little while to get apart. We'll pull the old points and condenser out of it. We will replace those. We need all the hardware though. We're also going to need a replacement pigtail for the coil. Okay, so this is what it comes down to. We just have the breaker plate in there. We have the cam for the points, which is rusty, which we'll clean up. We don't have a vacuum advance. We don't have a pigtail in there. Everything else is pretty straightforward. So let's clean this up. Okay, so here we have the cleaned up parts. It's a little bit hot in here, but here's, I'm kind of sweating. I'm wiping the sweat out of my face. Here we have the cleaned up distributor shaft. Took the seal off it, made sure it was gonna be nice and clean where all the critical areas go. Like I said, this is a C2 0 12127. 12127 means small block Ford. It will not work in 351. It's only 260, 221, 260, 289, and 302 that this distributor will work in. This is an early one with the grease oil fill on the side. Not that that really makes a huge difference. It just probably for the motor I'm putting it in, it will be right. Okay, so we have this part. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in the vacuum advance. So this is the vacuum advance cleaned up. So we'll slide that in. Okay, got the vacuum advance on, made the adjustment to this arm, got it clipped in, and now I will put the couple screws in there. Got a huge thunderstorm going on. If it's not airplanes, it's something else. That's just the way it goes. Okay, now we're gonna put a pigtail through here, make sure that's gonna work. I have a couple pigtails. I bought some new ones. I don't love them, but we'll see how they fit. Okay, so that pigtail's all in there. It looks good. Got a new end on it now. All right, we'll go and put some points in it. Got some normal duty points to put in it. You have to make sure and get the ground wire underneath one of the screws. I'll come back and set that to 17 thousandths when I get ready to start the motor. As you can see, wow, it's so loud. It's pretty straightforward. I'm using new old stock parts on here that kind of stand the test of time. I need one nut for this. Okay, to wrap it up, I'll show you the distributor. So here is a 62 small block 260, 289, 302 Ford distributor. It's got a later style vacuum advance, so it does not have the screw-in fitting here. It uses a vacuum hose, so that is different. It looks a little different than the later 65 and up distributors. It's a little taller in here. Has a little flatter base. It also has an oil hole for the shaft. It is now got fresh points in it. It's got fresh condenser. It's got a standard rotor on it. And the only thing it needs now is I do need to I'll set the dwell on it and I'll put a new O-ring on it. Other than that, it's ready to go. It was an evening out in the garage using some parts that I had in inventory and making a good distributor out of two kind of cores. I'm Clay for Chop Shop Motors, and we'll see you on the next project.